Welcome to your friendly neighborhood historian, where we discuss just enough history to inform, intrigue, and entertain. I'm Bill Petro. The history of the day the music died. On February 3rd, 1959, a plane crash occurred in Iowa during a snowstorm shortly after 1 a.m., killing 3 young rock and roll singers. They would go down in history. Buddy Holly, Ritchie Valens, and J.P. the Big Bopper Richardson. They were part of the 24-day Winter Dance Party tour. Their story would later be captured 12 years later in 1971 in an 8.5-minute hit song that starts "Long, Long Time Ago." The song was American Pie by Don McLean. Many attempts have been made to decrypt the lyrics of the abstract song, though never explicitly stated, except that the song is dedicated to Buddy Holly. These musicians appear to be represented in the lyrics, "The 3 men I admire most, the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost, they took the last train for the coast, the day the music died." When was the day the music died? In the lyric, "February made me shiver with every paper I deliver. Bad news on the doorstep, I couldn't take one more step." The date of the crash is February. These performers were planning a 24-city Winter City Party tour. The bus that would take them between cities was so cold that Buddy Holly decided to charter a plane to the next venue in Fargo, North Dakota. But the plane didn't make it. Who were those who died on the day the music died? Ritchie Valens, also known as Richard Valenzuela, was only 17, but he currently had a hit with La Bamba. Buddy Holly had several hits, including That'll Be the Day and Peggy Sue. His less-known song, Peggy Sue Got Married, was later turned into a hit movie by Francis Ford Coppola, starring his nephew, Nicolas Cage. His real name is Nicholas Coppola. Third, the Big Bopper, mentioned by Nicolas Cage in that same movie, was not the name of a hamburger, but the singer of the hit song Chantilly Lace. Why did McLean write the song the day the music died? Looking back from the beginning of the 70s, Don McLean writes a farewell to the idyllic music of the 50s and 60s, with a chorus that uses a popular symbol of Americana, namely American Pie. With his memories as a 13-year-old on the occasion of the plane crash, he learned about it while folding newspapers for delivery. He recounts in 2015 when he sold the lyrics for $1.2 million. He related that the music that progressed from that time, quote, "when I can still remember how the music used to make me smile," close quote, to the early 70s was as follows. Basically, he said, in American Pie, things are heading in the wrong direction. Life is becoming less idyllic. I don't know whether you consider that wrong or right, but it is a morality song, in a sense. What did American Pie mean? Don McLean said that it means he never has to write another song again, but he avoided explaining the lyrics to this song for many years, but said he would do it when he sold the lyrics. On that occasion, he did reveal the meaning to 3 of the lyrics. The king is, of course, the king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley. The jester is Bob Dylan. 10 years. This relates to the death of an audience member named Meredith Hunter at the Altamont Free Concert 10 years after the fateful plane crash in what has been called the Woodstock of the West. The Hells Angels provided stage security for that concert, while Mick Jagger, who's known as Jumpin' Jack Flash, of the Rolling Stones, was performing the song Sympathy for the Devil. Hunter, who was high on methamphetamines at the time, got into a fight with the Hells Angels and was stabbed to death. Rolling Stone magazine called it rock and roll's all-time worst day, a day when everything went perfectly wrong. Here are some of those lyrics. Now, for 10 years, we've been on our own, and moss grows fat on a rolling stone. He continues, oh, and as I watched him on the stage, my hands were clenched in fists of rage. No angel born in hell could break that Satan's spell. And as the flames climbed high into the night to light the sacrificial rite, I saw Satan laughing with delight the day the music died. Oh, and the name of the plane? Was it, as has often been said, American Pie? No, that's an urban legend. The plane's only designation was on the wing registration, N3794N. Bye-bye, Miss American Pie. Thank you for listening. I'm Bill Petro, your friendly neighborhood historian. You can find more details on this topic and others on my website at billpetro.com.